Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Xdays, and we are going to play Empire Total War, Road to Independence. And this right here is Act 2 of the campaign. We just did the French and Indian War campaign, and this is the start of the Revolutionary War. This is turn 1, and we're going to see if we can go ahead and forge America. But first and foremost, we're going to see what we can do with our money. And it looks like we're starting out as pretty much friendly with everyone. Well, we're going to need some trading partners, so let's go ahead and start with that. So we're going to start with Spain. The reason I went with them is they're furthest away. You see, they're down here in Louisiana and Mexico and South America. So I don't think we'll be getting into trouble with them anytime soon. See if we can trade anything with France. It doesn't look like we can. Got a great person here, and they can duel with pistols and swords. Paul Revere. And +1 to research. Oliver Fox. So we're going to start out getting some research done. It looks like we're probably going to want to go with the research rate, 3 turns to get 5%. We get +1 to town wealth. And we're going to be able to construct the next version of college. Now, it looks like Britain's not too happy about what we've done, so there's probably going to be a war starting there almost immediately. And actually, it looks like that, yeah, we already are at war. So, our first port, we got trade going on with it. Yeah, villages are not growing. So if we lower the taxes all the way to there, Hartford will grow in 84 turns, which is still not very good. So first and foremost, we're definitely going to want to get a farm going. And we'll get a local fishery. Governor's residence. For $1,000, why not? Let's do that. Get a foundry going. And we got some Minutemen and militia. So the range of the militia is 70 and 25 accuracy. The Minutemen are just better. 200 gold upkeep versus 180, so the militia are definitely cheaper. That looks like we can recruit up to 2 at a time, so we'll go ahead and go with that. Roads for trade and to move our army along. And it looks like the first and smartest thing we can do is go ahead and hit twice. So we got 3 soldiers there. When you scroll in, you can see the 2 gray bars. That tells you that there's going to be 2 more units in there, so 5 total. So this group right here can probably just go ahead and take this out. Now these guys do have a reinforcement range. They won't be able to reinforce, but they can definitely move up there and attack me right after. So whatever's done in that army with this army after we hit is going to have a problem. And then over on this side, we got 3 soldiers, a dragoon, some cavalry. Go ahead and just buy a general outright here, I think. And we got George Washington here. Well, let's go ahead and just hit this real quick. Here's our first battle. First thing in a battle, I always like to look to see if we got any heals. High ground is king in this game. Now this one we do have a hill, but our cannons, if we line them up like this, and you unlumber to see where they're actually going to shoot, when you scroll down, you can see that we're, even on this hill, we're going to slam into that ground there, so that's not good. You setting cannons up for that. So in this right here, we're going to set up right about there. Now with the general, you always want them in the back, and I usually like to put them in a straight line because your general actually does have, one of these guys is actually George Washington. He's right here. So if he dies, then he actually really does die in the game. So we definitely don't want him dying. I like to put him in a straight line in case there's cannon on their side. The chances of him taking a cannonball to the head are low. I usually like to keep these guys in ranks of about 3 or 4. Now the dragoons, these guys can dismount, fire with rifles, or you can use them to go in or ride in with sword cuts. But we're gonna keep them back for now. Looks like for right now they don't want anything to do with us. So we're gonna unpack our artillery. We're gonna see if we can draw their fire over here. We do have a fast forward button here. I know that it's likely they're not gonna fire at me or attack. Now they are firing here now. And that's what we wanted. The tree cover and the hill cover is a good shot that we don't get messed up too bad. We're gonna go ahead and run. Try to grab that hill. And we're nice and spread out here. We don't want defense. This is kind of what I was going for. We're going to use the terrain to our advantage here. And there still is a pretty good line of sight problem there. But if we use this hill, there's a good chance that they don't touch us. Okay, this is what we wanted. We're gonna use this hill right here. They're firing at the hill, and it's not gonna be a problem for us. Okay. All right. Now, first plan here. So we're gonna set up on the left here. They might actually get hit with a cannon shot here, but it'll be spread out. Next, we're gonna take these two up in here like that. And we're gonna get our cannon set up here. See, this cannon is gonna fire at one of these infantry. Hopefully this one here. So they took a hit there. Also, we want to just see if we can get this cannon set up and get shots on their cannon with it. And we're gonna go ahead and sacrifice some troops here with it. Alright, now here's the moment of truth. Are we gonna get set up quick enough? Looks like we are. Right, so I'm gonna pause and zoom in. Zoom in here. And I'm gonna put the shot down right there. Let's get opening shot. Let's see who they're firing at now. They're still firing at the infantry. Should have another shot coming in a second here. There we go. That's what we wanted. Took out one of their cannons. Now we're gonna aim for this one right here. They didn't like that. They did not like that at all. Here they come, but we're gonna be on the high ground. Wait. Okay, actually, I'm gonna get him over there. Gonna get him up. These guys are gonna flank when the time is right. And let's go ahead and take a peek and see what we're doing here. So we've dropped two cannons. Got one more to go. And this is probably their general unit. They don't have an actual name like we do, but That's probably their. There's their general. Good. Let's see what happens. Could take shots at their general, but I'm gonna go for that last cannon. What a beautiful game, though. You can damn near see individual blades of grasses. Gotta get these guys on. Get up here for the double team. Set these guys in defensive. Ooh, that had to be a hit. That was. There we go. Cannons are all done. Now we're just gonna go ahead and take shots at the general. Yeah, watch our flank here. Get our flank here. Our general can move up. So there's no cannon threat anymore. Put right through their general. You better find a place to stand. Not a good place to stand. Alright, so they decide to try to break this line of infantry here. We're gonna go ahead and get with the circle. Chance to run them down. This point can just flip these guys here. Guys here. Attack there. Move the general down. Run. And now these guys did end up getting into combat. We don't want them in combat, so let's get them out of there. And now the route is going to be on here. So just gotta stand closer for support. Run the general down. Oh, cavalry coming back here. Minutemen, the British line infantry are fighting to the last, aren't they? We'll go ahead and take that. Okay. $1,400 to recruit. Show up here and demand surrender. A little bit of pillage in there, but not too much. What I want to do is get up here, come across on this bridge, come down and lay siege there. Okay, so that should take care of turn one. Got these guys here. They got a third-rate ship. I got a fifth. The third rate would kick the crap out of my fleet, so we don't want to go over there yet. All right, well, turn two. Okay, so what it is we're gonna have these line and a howitzer against this squad here. This is a pretty even matchup. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Some high ground. I like this high ground right here. We're gonna put the artillery there. One group of Minutemen here. Two more on the right. Every another. And Washington in the middle. Straight line. Okay, the howitzers are still round shots, so no exploding shot yet. But you always want to pause the start and make sure your cannon's not going to fire anywhere that's terrible. Here they come. And their reinforcements will come from the back. So hopefully they come forward. Because we got an advantage if they come in two groups, but they'll have the advantage if they come in one. Fire right there. Didn't quite hit them. Alright, that's their strongest unit, these line infantry here. So any kills we can get on that, it's really gonna help us out. Militia, and these are very weak here. Was hoping that'd be a better hit. So only got the one guy. Gonna switch to the horse though. With the howitzers, because they do aim slightly up, we can form a line in front of them. They shoot up and over. Now we're at a range here. That's going to be pretty accurate. Here's what I'm thinking. Take care of these two cavalry first. Catch them on the downhill. Alright, we need to disperse these guys. I'm gonna turn and take the high ground here. It looks like we're wearing out their line infantry. Okay, so we did that. Looking pretty good. We're gonna get Washington back to safety here. And we're gonna send our weaker one after these guys, try to run them off. Guys will come back. That's good. Got rid of those guys. And we're gonna double team there. These guys are gonna break here pretty soon. I think we're gonna win here with these two. Is run the general after him, and we're gonna set up for a flank here. Now you wanna always shut the cannon off on lumber. These guys over there. Set up here. Trying to run to there, man, and not quite working, but we're gonna let him go. So we get caught in crossfire because team damage on does hurt this game. That cavalry going for my general, so we're gonna pull him back. Get some shots here. Looks like those cavalry did leave. These guys are getting a safe spot here. These guys are gonna take care of them. Get the old flank going on here. Around the back. Should pretty much handle them. Shoot the militia. Got more quality troops there. The general is down. They're coming back for more. They just don't know when to quit now, do they? This nice thing about these howitzers is you can literally set up right in front of them. They give them about that distance there, and they'll just shoot right over. It's over, Anakin. We've got the high ground. There they go. Led by the last jackass among them. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and run these guys down. So the rundowns in this game, the way it works is anyone that I can kill here won't be in the next battle. You see I shut my artillery off there. Also, see the bars that they get on here? You can get up to 3 on a veteran unit. And that's what we're going for here, because all these kills count. And in the campaign, you do want to upgrade and get your units all up that 3rd bar there. I can fast forward on this part. And rundown complete. Oh, one more guy. Make it for the church. Oh, he's not gonna make it. The general's still down there. Is he gonna get him? Oh, he's gonna get him. Washington gonna get some kills. One more run. All right. So looks to me like they sent a howitzer in on accident, but we definitely want to get rid of that. That is worth doing on the battlefield, and I'm not gonna be. I am not going to be auto playing any battles here. But yeah, this is one where they're giving us a gift, and we're gonna take it. Because if there's not a cannon when we go back down there to their city, that'll be nice. Alright, so because there is a cannon there, we don't want anything foolish to happen to George here, so we're gonna hide him behind a rock. Let's go hide behind the rock. Uh, our weakest, one of our, just a screen here, straight line, because their cannon is a howitzer. Alright, let's see how this goes. There they are, right there. Uh, We're just gonna go full on sprint here. Uh, guys, better run. They're trying to set up. They're trying to get set up. Are they gonna get shots off? No, they're not. Got one off, but three left. Run them down. Leave none alive. All right. Their shenanigans have caused these guys to come out and think they can help. Let's let these guys run off them a little bit. They'll come crashing in next. Or I guess we'll just finish them off altogether. God. Run them down, George. Run them down. All right. Okay, so we got a burnt Eastport, and that is a school. I got these guys hanging out in my school. And Albany is now mine at 2950. Next turn income is 6460. Brunswick's my school. I got my farm up. Two more Minutemen. And Washington gets a command +1 when besieging, so that's good. And the great state of New York is now ours. one group of line infantry down here. So first things first, let's get this repaired. Not enough to push down there yet. But if we can kill that light infantry, I think we do. We do want to kill that light infantry. So let's move over here to New Haven. And these guys are replenishing already. He took quite a beating. But it's only a militia and a provincial cavalry there. He's still up in the woods. 2 more militia and a cannon. We don't want those guys teaming up there. So I think what we're going to do is... number one, I wanted to look and see. What do I have to set them on? Yep, that's right. Should be battle difficulty max, and the campaign was set on max from the French and Indian War. Okay. Well, I think this is good enough for the first episode here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and save this bad boy. United States Winter 1775, and we'll go ahead and hit save there. And